Where the Wild Things Are, Good Bedtime Stories for Kids. Today we have a book named Where the Wild Things Are, Good Bedtime Stories for Kids.
I think they're so pretty. I hope you guys really enjoy it. I love it. Please give this video a like if you enjoy it, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories. Thank you, reading. So, here we go.
In a quaint little house at the edge of a forest lived a young boy named Max. Max was a spirited and imaginative child, always seeking adventure and excitement in the world around him. His days were filled with laughter, games, and stories, but his heart longed for something more. One evening, after a particularly wild game of chase with his dog, Max found himself feeling restless. He gazed out of his window, watching the golden sun dip below the horizon, casting long shadows across his room. It was in this moment that Max's imagination took flight, and he dreamed of a faraway land where the wild things roamed free. As the night unfolded, Max's room transformed into a realm of imagination. His bed became a sturdy sailboat, and he set sail across a vast ocean of his own creation. The waves were gentle, and the moon above illuminated his path like a guiding star. Max's heart raced with excitement as he sailed on, his eyes fixed on the horizon. After what seemed like an eternity, Max's boat finally reached the shores of a mysterious island. The land was untamed, covered in thick forests and towering cliffs. Strange and wondrous creatures lurked in the shadows, their eyes gleaming with curiosity. Max's heart pounded with a mixture of fear and wonder, but he refused to back down. Stepping onto the island, Max realized that he was no longer in control of his adventure. The island seemed to have a life of its own, responding to his every thought and feeling. As he ventured deeper into the heart of the island, he encountered the most magnificent creatures he had ever seen, the wild things. These wild things were a mix of fur and feathers, each one more fantastical than the last. Their roars echoed through the forest, blending with the rustling leaves and the distant sounds of the sea. Max approached cautiously, his heart still racing, but the wild things saw something in his eyes that resonated with their own untamed spirits. One by one, the wild things approached Max, their curious eyes studying him from every angle. They recognized the fire of imagination burning within him, the same fire that fueled their own wild hearts.
Max felt a connection with these creatures, a bond that transcended words and explanations.
With a boldness he never knew he possessed, Max let out a mighty roar, echoing the calls of the wild things around him.
To his amazement, the wild things responded with laughter and cheers.
They crowned him their king, declaring, under Max's leadership, the wild things taught him their ways, showing him how to dance among the trees, how to sing with the wind, and how to let go of his worries and fears. Max's days were filled with laughter and adventure, his heart swelling with a joy he had never experienced before. But as the days turned into nights, Max began to feel a longing in his heart. The wild kingdom was wonderful, but he missed his home and the familiar comforts of his own world. The wild things sensed his melancholy and gathered around him, listening to his thoughts with understanding in their eyes. With a heavy heart, Max realized that it was time for him to return home. The wild things understood, and with a mixture of sadness and pride, they bid him farewell. Max boarded his imaginary sailboat once more, setting a course back to his own world. As the first light of dawn broke through the clouds, Max's sailboat gently glided back to his bedroom. The transformation was complete. His room was once again just a room, and the wild things were memories etched in his heart.
Max climbed into his bed, feeling a sense of contentment he had never known before.
And so Max drifted off to sleep, his dreams filled with the echoes of laughter, the rustling of leaves, and the wild things that had become his friends. As he slumbered, a small smile played on his lips, a testament to the magical journey he had undertaken. In the morning, Max awoke with a newfound sense of wonder and appreciation for the world around him. He knew that his adventures were not confined to the pages of a book or the depths of his imagination. They were everywhere, waiting to be discovered.
And so Max embarked on each new day with a heart full of curiosity and a spirit that was truly wild at heart. The end. Good job, friends. Thank you so much for reading with me. Bye, I'll see you next time.